There's no turning back now. All right, let's.
Do I have to look into the camera?
Yeah. Oh, look like we're doing a picture. Pretend like we're taking a picture so I can screenshot it.
So what I'm supposed to do?
You're supposed to do different poses. Let me get to the question. Okay.
Oh my god, that's a lot of questions.
It's just 30 questions.
Just 30 questions.
It's not gonna sound like an interview.
I would like to get to know if you could be the kind of girl that you get down for. 'Cause when I look at you, I feel something tell me that you're the kind of guy that
Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. This is Billion Blinks, also known as Nadira, and I have my mom here with me today.
Hello everyone.
I asked you guys questions on I asked you guys to help me ask my mom questions on my business page. I'm gonna put it here. If you guys are not following, follow my business page, The Billion Experience. I asked you guys to help me to ask my mom questions. Some juicy questions, some non-juicy, some business related. So I'm going to be asking her questions today, and she doesn't know any of the questions, so you're gonna be surprised.
I am.
Yes. Don't start acting bougie in front of the camera now. So we're gonna get straight into the questions. Okay, so first question, what's your name? You don't gotta give them your government, but you know.
So my name's Donna.
This is Donna. Where are you from?
I am originally from Jamaica.
Oh, see how we're just breezing past the questions like it's not.
Yeah, okay. Keep going.
In your opinion, how do you feel your culture or upbringing helped you raise me?
Well, my culture, my upbringing is what I know, so it shaped my life and therefore then shapes what I instill in you.
So how did you do that? Like, what do you think are like some principles like you took on to like help raise me and stuff like that? Like just like
respect
general.
for elderly, goal orientated, always have an end goal to something that you want to achieve, and just go ahead and get out. Hard work is always good. All hard work ends in a more successful result in whatever it is that you do.
So you feel like a lot of like Jamaicans and like your Jamaican culture instilled like having like a lot of respect and having like a lot of respect for like older people and just like
And respect for yourself as well.
Respect for yourself. Period. What was the most challenging thing about having a daughter?
So daughters are raised to be strong. So challenging in having a daughter was just having a very strong-minded daughter. It's good for when they are adults, but it kind of has to be tempered and molded in the right way when they're a little bit younger.
Okay, so that was the challenge.
I think so. Yeah. I mean, I always wanted a daughter, so having a daughter was fun too. Can dress them up, go out. They're supposed to be mini you, but usually they're not. They're themselves. But I think kids on a whole, it didn't really matter. A healthy child was what I wanted. So whether it was a girl or a boy, that was my ultimate wish.
Even though being dropped on their head 2 times, I'm still healthy.
Yeah. Even though you were dropped on your head twice.
How would you describe your parenting skills?
Lead by example. So if you want your child to be a certain way or have a certain personality, then I believe you need to lead by example. So I always try to lead by example. The things that I do, I always consider, is this something that I would want my child, who would definitely question me, come back and question my actions. I mean, we are not all perfect, but I believe that you lead by example.
Yeah, that's one thing that like when we were talking earlier with the makeup artist. By the way, the makeup artist that I work with,
The makeup artist at Billy and Bling Studio.
at Billion Blake Studio.
They did our makeups.
Yes, they did, and they did a fantastic job.
Yes, they
I could
did.
get into it. Coco Glamour did mine, and Winks Galore.
Winks Galore did mine.
Yours, Yamani and Coco. I'll put their Instagrams here, as well as I'll have their Instagrams in the description if you guys want to check them out and you're located in Miami or Miramar, Florida.
Miramar. Mm-hmm.
Like I was saying, I always like put my mom on this pedestal as like a goal of mine and a goal of what I would want to be. And because I seen her as like a hard-working woman, and like I seen her even when I was younger just being very family oriented, and like I feel like family and structure is one of the biggest things for you, and I feel like that was something that was important to like instill. Maybe not so much when I was younger, but you know, now being more of an adult, I get to appreciate your parenting skills a lot more and the things that you have instilled into me.
That's nice to say. But don't put me on a pedestal. Just make
I
it.
know
Just
that's
make
bad.
it no, not necessarily bad. Just make it a goal.
Yeah, I think when I was that's what I was saying when I was younger. Like I really put you on a pedestal, so I thought perfectionism was like really key, as well as that too. Like I felt like there was no room for error, but yeah. So like you said, just it's good to have an amazing mom and a mom that cares, and that's important, and that's what I've always known you to be.
Oh, thank you.
How would you describe your relationship with your daughter?
So relationship with kids and daughters go through various stages. As with anything in life, you start out knowing one thing and then you grow and learn. So I would say my relationship with my daughter has gone through various different stages throughout life. I love my relationship with my daughter now. We can talk about almost anything, I think, or almost and everything. Things that I would say normally when she was younger that she probably would have been offended by or take offense to, I can say now that she doesn't. We go back and forth all the time. And so I think we have a very good relationship.
I think now it's more so like playful banter, because I am hard-headed and I don't like to listen. So even if I know I'm gonna take the advice, I'm still like playfully like making you think that I'm not.
Yeah, give me a hard time.
Yes.
But I mean, everything else is communication, right? So as you go through life, you learn how to communicate and communicate better. So as we've gotten older, we learn to communicate better. Yeah, so I have a wonderful relationship, I think, with my daughter now.
And I don't.
And I think I did before. It was just different at a different level.
It was very different.
It was.
I think one of the most important things, I love watching podcasts now, is that one of the podcasts I watch is called Poor Minds, and one of the young ladies on there, her mom had passed away, and one of the things that she had said was, you want to like just know who your parent is, and you want to have a relationship with your parent, because I remember, like you always say, I trained you, but like I remember as a kid or being younger, I wouldn't really like be receptive to calls or just being communicated with you. And I feel like that is very important now, especially as I get older, because like I've noticed how much of a rock you are to the family. And like, although that might put pressure on you sometimes, I think it's kind of admiring, but I still want to also know you as a person and know you as my mom. And I like these times are like so precious that, you know, like I won't be able to get back. So just even just being around you more, going on trips more, or taking the time to just be with you and stuff like that is very important to me, because I'm not going to be able to get those times back. When I was younger, I didn't really see it that way.
Yeah, and that's good. Usually when we're younger, we don't see it that way either. I spent a lot of time with my mom, right? You know
Yeah.
that, right?
Yeah,
When I was younger, I didn't
Easy to
spend a
follow.
lot of time with her either.
Okay.
So,
Good to know. So I'm not the only one.
no, she will tell you, I left at 18.
Yes, that was big. How challenging was it, or is it being a mom of your culture and raising your child in another country?
I don't think it's a challenge. My culture comes with me, so your culture goes with you, and you learn to embrace. So I live in the United States for a long time, so it's not like I only have a Jamaican culture. I have a multi-culture because I live in another country, and I embrace that culture as well. And then they both melt together to become a unique form, or a unique form of culture, which is you. And so it's not a challenge. For me, it's not a challenge. You keep some and you learn new, and that's the part of growing. Always embracing a new culture and a new thing, and that's how you learn and grow.
What do you like the most about being my mom?
Oh, I just always wanted to be a mom. So
So you didn't care if it was me or someone else?
Well, it can't be somebody else. It has to be you. I didn't get a choice. But I always wanted to be a mom. So just being able to be a mom and have an extension of myself, I have always liked that. And I don't know if there was anything else. I mean, I love Nadira, so I'm her big fan. So
What's there not to love? I mean, look at me. Cool. Okay. Oh, this is TMI, but how did you feel about me hitting puberty? Was that scary? I was young.
No, it wasn't scary. I mean, again, every stage of your child's life is a new growth, a new experience. Once you become a parent, then every step becomes another journey. And you only get one chance to do that journey, so you do the best you can and you go on. I really never thought of it as, so dropping her off at middle school was scary. But not puberty per se is scary. I mean, every stage was its own adventure, its own challenge, good and bad. And so you learn to deal with it at that time, and then you move on to the next stage. You don't really get the chance to go back and reflect on the prior stage, because now you're in a new stage with new challenges, new issues, new fun things, new bad things that you have to learn and grow. So.
It wasn't that hard. Did you already was prepared for it to happen?
No, I don't think so. No, you're not prepared for teenagers anyway.
I wasn't even a teenager.
They're nice and crunchy and
Crunchy?
yummy when they're little, and then they get to the double digits, and then they become middle
I was
schoolers
9.
and high
Oh,
schoolers.
you're talking about middle school.
And then they become young adults, and so you can just go with the flow, and you go from one stage to another, and you kind of learn as you go.
That's the thing, though, because a lot of people always, I don't know, a lot of kids want to blame their parents for things, or just, I don't know, there's no book that just gives you a hand guide to just being a parent or a mother.
And no two kids are the same, so
Yeah.
or no three kids,
No
right?
kids. No
Are the
one
same,
says it.
right? So you just have to learn and grow.
Yeah.
And are there challenges? Yes,
But you will overcome them,
but you overcome them. Yeah.
hopefully. Hope you don't have to cut your kid off.
Oh, that would be a challenge as well. But if that's something you have to do, then I guess you have to do it.
For yourself. Do you see your daughter as being successful?
Yeah. I believe everybody is successful. You're successful in your own right. Success doesn't mean that you're rich or
Right.
or a billionaire. Success means that you're happy with the stage that you're at in life, that you are a positive influence in society. And so yes, I believe you're a very good, successful person.
Where do you see your daughter's success in 5 years?
So for me, my daughter's success in 5 years is to grow her business. I guess I just see her having continuous success in the next 5 years, expanding her knowledge, expanding her business, branching off into other business aspects.
You want me to get a home?
Yeah, and being more financially successful. Yeah,
Happy.
of course, happiness is always number one.
How did you feel about me getting tattoos?
Oh my gosh, so that that was a drama. So when she was a teenager, she was forbidden to have tattoos. However, she snuck off and went and got it, so I was upset. And I was mainly upset because one, she didn't listen. Two, she snuck around and did it. And three, I wasn't sure if where she went was very hygienic, genetically safe. And there are always consequences for just going off around the corner and doing something. She wasn't the type of person to research stuff at the time. It was more, I'm just going to go do it. And so it was more a concern for health or not. So I didn't like it. I don't have tattoos. But that's my choice. I know nowadays people have tattoos. So again, when she did it, it wasn't something that I approved of, and only because of the age and the timing. I believe that sometimes when you're young, you do stuff that when you get older, you regret. And so sometimes if you take the time and not jump to do it when you say you want to do it, but take the time to really think about it and mature when you do the stuff when you're more mature, then you don't regret it. But she went off and did it because she wanted to sneak around and do it. So
Wanted to be grown.
and
Wanted to be fast.
pretend to be grown. So yeah. But I mean, I don't know that you've had any more. The ones that she's had are okay. And if she had any more, it's now her body and she's an adult. So
What's that? You would have rather a piercing than a tattoo.
No, piercing, that's the same thing. Piercing would depend on where the piercing is and what, again, are you doing it because you're following your friends to do it because you're at that age where whatever my friends do, I do, and then you regret it later? Or do you wait until you can make a more sound decision and get it done? So it's really because you really want it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, some of them I don't really care for.
Mm-hmm.
So glad that none is on my face though.
Yeah, me too.
Why do moms get upset about the stuff that their children do around the same age that they would have probably done?
I don't think it's only moms. I think it's parents on a whole, right? So when you as a parent do something, you learn the consequences of doing it when you are at their age. And then when their child tries to do the same thing, you already know the consequence. The child doesn't know the consequence. And your job as a parent is always to lead your child. One, so that they never have something that they regret most of the time. And two, to steer them in the right way. So when you, even though you've done it, you may have had to suffer the consequence. You don't want your kids to go through the same thing.
Would you say your mindset is different today than it was when you were younger? And are there some things you still hold true to your thought process?
I think everybody's mindset changes over for certain things. The core function, the core stuff remains the same. But does your mind change over because of stuff? Yeah. Growth, again, maturity, experience, culture, all of that. You need to be able to change some things, but some things, the main things, will remain the same. So that's like a loaded question. Of course, my mind has changed over certain things, and certain things I don't sweat anymore. I also depend on the stage that you are in life.
Why did you move to the States? Why did you move to? What you guys foreign?
In growing up in Jamaica, everybody had a desire to go to the United States to further their education, so that's what I did. I left high school, and after I left high school, I moved to the United States to further my education.
The next couple questions is from Jermaine, one of your favorite people in the world.
Hey, Jermaine.
He says, what else are you trying to achieve, or what are some goals that you have yet to accomplish?
Goals yet to accomplish. I want to travel more. That's my goal since I'm older now. I want to. I'm more mature. Thank you. I want to travel some more. I want to make sure that I know what the age to retire at, but I'm not sure of that yet. So I want to make sure that I have, something set aside for that. And then I don't know that just to keep being at my job, loving my job, working hard, and
what about Airbnb? Didn't you say you don't want to do that?
Oh yeah, so that's part of investing
you don't want to
for the future. Yeah, I have a lot of stuff that I want to do. I take real long time to make decisions, so I just try to enjoy my daughter, enjoy her success in her business, be here for her when she needs me, and kind of learn to step aside when she doesn't need me. Love my little granddog.
Oh Lord!
And
a picture of his cuteness.
And actually just kind of hang out with my parents some more, and my siblings and their nieces and nephews. So
their nieces and nephews, or their
my
kids?
My nieces and nephews, their kids.
She said, "Did you ever want to keep expanding your family?"
Yeah, when I was little, I wanted more than, well, even when I was in my 20s, I wanted more than one child. I only have one child, Nadira. I was blessed with one. And I would have had more if I could, or were given the chance to, I guess. But I was blessed with one, and I think that's what God had in plan for me. One. My mom will say something different to that though. But yeah. But I also love the one that I have. So.
You only needed me, anyways.
Yeah, a handful enough.
What were some challenges you faced growing up and raising your beautiful daughter? Thank you, Jermaine. Jermaine, she doesn't want to answer your last two questions. What are some of your desires? That's one of her questions, too. What are your something? Didn't we already kind of talk about it?
We kind of talk about that one, too. Just worded differently.
Are you happy with your daughter's accomplishments?
Of course, I'm very proud of my daughter. All of her accomplishments. Yeah. What's not to like? You are very successful.
I seem to be.
You are.
I'm trying.
Yeah, well, success is always, you can't just when you get successful stop, right? Because then it starts. So success is always ongoing. That's why you have to innovate, and
that's why we're doing this.
And that's why we're doing this. But yes, of course. Why wouldn't I not be proud of all your accomplishments so far? You take care of yourself. You can take care of your family. She does a lot for her family, so don't let her think that. Let you think that she doesn't, and that I am the head, or the rock. She does a lot as well.
Mm-hmm. Trying. How you feel about me dropping out of college twice?
So the first time I thought it was dropping out of college. The second time, I don't think it's dropping out of college. The first time I was disappointed because I always try to instill in you that when you start something, you finish it, right? So you started college. My expectation was for you to finish. Finishing it. So college, I think, prepares you for life. It doesn't only give you a degree that you can then get a good job with, but it prepares you for life. So you have to think for yourself. Life is not going to always be nice and cozy. That's how it was when you were living with your parents. But when you're in college, you learn to cook for yourself, think for yourself. You also have classes that you hate and that you have to struggle through. But once you get over it, you know that you can accomplish anything. That's what college does for you. When you start college and you drop out of college, then a lot of times you tend to, that sets your life. You always start something, and when it gets too hard, you drop out. Well, if you're able to stay the full force of college, you learn to start, you learn to struggle, and then you learn to overcome even the classes that are very difficult, hard, and then you come on the other side, and then you're rewarded. So for me, when you dropped out, I was disappointed because I thought you started a trend where you start something, and then when it gets too difficult, you drop out. And that was never a good
Representation.
no, that's never a good time. I don't call that dropping out. You are a semester away from graduating. So it's for you to go back and finish that semester before the colleges decide that the classes that you're taking are too old and you need to redo it. But that's not on my dime either. That's on her dime and her time. So I'm okay with it because in between that, she did find her niche in life. She does have a certificate in the
license.
field, a license, I'm sorry, in the field that she is, that she loves. And so it's up to her now whether she wants to go finish that extra semester or whether she wants to do something else. That's all on her. Nothing.
I would love to, but
Yeah, I leave that all up to her. I've learned to go with the flow.
how do you feel about my previous life decisions up against my current life decisions?
Previous life decisions, I think, were made just because of friends and wanting stuff too quickly, right?
That's still the case.
Yeah, but you've learned that nothing that you get quickly lasts long. Everything takes work. And you feel a better sense of accomplishment when you actually work to get what it is that you want. Instead of trying
your eyes at night
and sleep properly.
You could sleep 6 to 7 hours, maybe even 8.
Right. Right?
Yes.
But that's true for a lot of teenagers nowadays. They're into get quick fix or get fixed quick or whatever it is.
Get fixed quick.
Get it quickly.
Somebody said something?
Do you like her boyfriend?
Yeah. We can answer
Oh my
that question.
gosh.
Transfer over to my phone because the camera keeps dying and doing all the other stuff. So you were saying teenagers or kids nowadays, they're into get rich quick schemes to fix whatever their life or just to get.
Because they think that just to get rich quick or to accomplish something quickly is the way to go.
Yeah.
And usually when you put hard work into something, you find it more valuable. You have more of a sense of accomplishment, and it means more, and it lasts longer.
And it feels easier as you keep going along. Like
Right.
It's kind of like a breeze. Like you don't have to keep doing all the extra stuff that you were
Right.
or that you're doing.
Well, it's because you learn from the mistakes, right? So then you fix that one, and you move to the next stage.
You'll get whatever you want in life. Like the one that you were just laughing at. So I don't know who this. Well, they said that they know me and I did their lashes. I don't know. It's a little messy. But how do you like Dwayne? How do you like my boyfriend?
Oh, I love her boyfriend.
Yes.
Good decision so far,
Finally.
right? So I do like her boyfriend.
What does family mean to you?
A sense of, oh my gosh, that's a hard question. So, family does mean everything. I love hanging out with my family. I think my family are the first place that you find friendship. I think sometimes my family's a little crazy, but I think that's everybody's family. It's a bunch of different personalities coming together, learning to live. Even with siblings, we all have different personalities, and we so family is a sense of peace, and a sense of friendship.
It's the best one, honestly, sometimes. So.
Yep.
Do you have any business plans you would like to accomplish? I think we kind of answered that.
We kind of. I don't necessarily have like a business plan per se. I don't, quote unquote, have a business.
You do.
What?
Precise Business Financials.
Oh, but I closed that a long time ago. So
the funny thing is, you kind of still are doing it though.
I only do business for Billion Blings.
And family sometimes.
And family sometimes. But business plan, no. Retirement, sure. Yes.
Are there certain attributes you see in me that reminds you of yourself? Because I know you always say I look like my dad.
She looks exactly like her dad. Attributes.
Not even just physically, but
she is determined, right?
Mm-hmm.
Strong.
Mm-hmm.
I think sometimes she gets that from me too much.
Mm-hmm.
Independent. I get that from me too, right?
Mm-hmm. Traveler, yes. I always tell her to travel now. Travel when you're young. You want to travel when you're young. You want to see and experience other people, way of life, culture, because that makes you a rounded individual. So I always say travel now. Travel before you have kids. Not wait until like me. I waited until maybe after I have kids to travel a lot. But travel now. You used to say you was always back and forth to Canada.
Oh yeah, to Canada, but not to other countries. I travel more to other countries now.
You were my first travel partner.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So travel, learn. It lets you appreciate other people culture, and it makes you a well-rounded individual.
Yeah, when I told my mom I'm about to go somewhere else, like, again? Where are you going now? I always started off like, you're gonna be upset. What? Oh, me and Dwayne are, I'm going here, and stuff like that.
Yep, but travel now.
It's fun. It's fun traveling. We need to do something for travel for your birthday.
Maybe.
It could be in Florida.
Okay. Except that's kind of hard for August, right?
It's August is terrible. August is December for me. For us. Oh, goodness. The closing outro. We just been having technical difficulties. But I was saying, I hope you guys like, comment, and subscribe. I hope everything that I said before that recorded. Oh, I also said you guys cannot have my mom's number or social media. It's private. So share this video, comment below. Check me out. I'm always dropping videos every Monday at 7 p.m. We're doing it religiously. So this is something I'm doing for you guys. So I hope you guys enjoy. You have a beautiful day, night, whatever time you're watching this.
Make a move.